It's all about football all the time as we're underway here in Week 13. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Yeah, that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Running it here with Peyton. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. Little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11.
Tackles. Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4, Mike's by 4. Let's make these babies cry all the way back home.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. He'll get this one to Patrick. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Okay, look at this. The punt team nowhere to be found. They're on the sidelines. Offense going to go for this on the opening drive. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. And look at this. They're keeping the punter on the sideline. They're going to go for it here on the opening drive. And they'll indeed go for it with Haskins. For Kidder here, it's complete. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out. They'll run on first down. Dillon. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
46-yard line.
8 yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's Dillon. And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored gives yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. And this will be play number 8 of the opening drive. It's 3rd and short. Haskins on 3rd down. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Past the 20. And they bring this one back. It's a fumble recovery and a Seattle touchdown. And that's a linebacker showing he can move pretty good with a football in his hand.
That's not just a short shuttle now. He took it and went a pretty good distance, didn't he? Did you get the 40 time on that?
I didn't, but he got 6 points out of it. I know that in a great play for that defensive unit. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 7-0. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Haskins will throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. Haskins and the offense with a 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. On the run, it's Peyton. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Check curls. 58, right over there.
From the 44, Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. Give him 19 on the play, but they will still come up a bit short. And now it's 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. This offense converted once on 4th down earlier. Now they're out there again to try once more. They're going on 4th down. Haskins. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48.
Switch.
They'll run with Taylor. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage.
A big hole there. How about him handling the point of attack? Just positioning himself so that run could go right off of his backside and deep into the secondary.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Throwing is Wilson. This one into the hands of Metcalf. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. That one goes for 30 yards. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind. Loaded up for the pass, they hit him with the run. Load up for the run, they hit him with the pass. They've got to get in sync.
And he will force his way forward for a yard or two, but I have a good feeling this will be coming back. A terrible spot for a holding call as he'll try again, but now from further back on 1st and goal. From the gun, it's Wilson. This is caught. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. Without the previous penalty, that would have been a first down. Instead, it's just a gain of 10.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice game.
On third down, it's Taylor, and he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. A great play there with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Extra point right down the middle, and that'll make the score 14-0. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 2nd and 9 now from the 21. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. That's their second, so they'll have 1 remaining here in this second quarter. We'll be right back. Second down, Haskins going down the middle, and it's complete. A gain there of 21 yards.
Washington Redskins, first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now, we'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
Mike, 53.
Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Bobby Wagner, the former second-rounder out of Utah State, with a sack.
So if we recount real quick, he had the touchdown earlier, and now he comes up with the sack here. No doubt about it, he's having himself a game.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this throw will be intercepted. Picked off at the 14. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Oh, man, Brandon, not a real good throw that time. It looked like he tried to put a little too much air under this one, and it turned into a floater. And defensively, this is a dream. He could have fair caught that one. That was way too easy.
On first down, it's Taylor. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 15.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later. And after that type of a run, there's some talking going on down on the field, but it's not trash talking. The guy who just carried the ball, he's going back and telling his offensive line, great job, keep it up, and we'll break that one soon.
And he's going to have a first down, but not sure it'll matter as the clock will continue to run. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs. his man, complete. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number one.
First down.
Throwing now, Wilson on first down. He'll let this go for the end zone. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Intended for DK Metcalf. Incomplete. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Wilson to throw again. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And oh, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
For DK Metcalf. Incomplete. It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at 3rd and 10.
Go. Mike 56. Mike.
Again, Wilson. Oh, he's going to go for it all. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf. In the final seconds of the first half, the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further. Point after, right down the middle. And that makes the score 21-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway. This is taken at the 3. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And his first carry, he loses the football. And the Redskins scoop it. And down inside the red zone at the 19-yard line. Well, he's going to have to shake out the cobwebs first time he touches the football, and he drops it on the ground.
So many times we talk about quarterbacks and taking care of them early to get them in the flow with safe throws, right? But with a runner, there is no such thing as a safe run, right? Right out of the gate, you're going to be in some traffic. Got to take care of the ball, and he didn't do that.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Hey, tighten down. There you go.
Now a run with Geis. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. It'll go as a loss of a yard, and it'll set up 3rd down. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Again, they run. Again, it's Geis. And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. They'll try and throw forward with Haskins. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. So they finally get their first trip to the red zone, and it ends with nothing.
And that's what I'm going to focus on with you because you teed it up really well. Finally get to the red zone. So there's got to be a little bit of frustration because they haven't moved the ball as well as they wanted to all game. Now they get there, but we got to go for it because we don't know if we're going to get back here again. We don't know how many opportunities because they've been sputtering a little bit.
Absolutely. At this stage in the second half, to get there and not get it for the first time, tough. The give to Taylor. A gain of 3, 2nd down.
3rd quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
12, under 10.
Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Play action. Now Wilson. Rush coming, and he's taken down.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Yeah, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. Now let's see how the offense still out there. They elect to go on 4th and 11.
We got 4. Good job right there. Mike Twain.
They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. Hey, nothing to see here. Just your standard 4th down gain of 28 yards. And the drive keeps going.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. Had a little arc on it. He's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 20-yard touchdown. Here the Seahawks, they're able to stretch that lead out a bit further. And they use that height on the outside to get the score.
We've seen the evolution of the wide receivers. They've gotten taller and taller, but they've retained their quickness and their speed. It's a lethal combination.
Always good to have wide receivers with height. Extra point splits the uprights, and it is 28-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach. because this is what he preaches all the time. Attack at all times in any spot on the field, and he likes touchdowns, not field goals. Now, your field goal kicker, you got to make sure you nurse him through and say, okay, don't worry about it. When we need you, you got to be ready to go. And the team, of course, loves to see points on the board. So let's see if it changes a little bit if they're in the same spot again.
Yeah, we'll see what the decision is here if they get to that spot. Just what you want on a first down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2.
Check, 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 check.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A Redskin first down. The pickup 15 yards. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Back now at FedEx Field. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. On first down, this is Geis. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20. Defensively, you said coming in earlier in the broadcast, the magic number was 20 points for you. That's what you thought they would have to hold this offense to, or less than that. And, wow, they've done that in a big way, haven't they?
Not only have they done it, they put themselves in a great position to win this one because holding them down was paramount. If they could get it done, well, guess what? We see the end result. Right now, they have their eye on victory.
And leading here in the 4th. The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Geis. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Their already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on 4th down.
Mike, 53. 53. Mike.
4th down. Here's Haskins. This will be caught just inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
What screen? Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53's Mike.
Out of the shotgun, Haskins to the goal line, but it's incomplete. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
All day, every day, any day. 53's the Mike. 53. Check 53. Ready? Mike, 53.
2nd down and goal. Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to cut into that deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Oh, you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a beat on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action, and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out.
Let's go. Let's bring it. Let's bring it. Out. Hey, 0.
They go to the ground again with Taylor. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits. This is like they were able to exploit right there.
Bang out, bang, bang. 3rd and 2, now Wilson. Flush to his right. He'll find Metcalf. That one goes for 24 yards. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on 3rd down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the shotgun, Wilson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. From midfield now, here's Wilson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Montez Sweat in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And he can't quite pick it. No interception so far. That probably should have been their first, but at least it's 4th down. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now Wilson going for Metcalf on the deep ball. And it's knocked away and incomplete. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert. And the Redskins will take control of the football in great field position. They'll run with Geis. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner.
If they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. They follow up the 1st down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk it over here before 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now Washington going to use the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. On 4th down, Haskins. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Let's go. 54.
On 1st down, it's Haskins. This will be caught inside the 10. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. And the gain here to the previous play, and it's better than 40 yards total. From the gun, it's Haskins. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington.
A 5-yard touchdown. And the Redskins are able to close the gap just a bit.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's one timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle.
Well, this is taken in. It's complete. That one good for 37 yards.
14.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first. The ball popped in the air and intercepted. Picked off by Troy Apke. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Mike, 53, Mike.
Now after the turnover, here's Haskins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Redskins going to go ahead and use their final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle.
53 is the Mike.
I want that. Give me that ball, defense. Give me that ball. Give me that ball, defense. He's coming.
Now Haskins. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Seahawks, they continue to keep pace for that first-round bye as they move to 11-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Washington, this could hurt in the race for home field advantage as they drop to 10-2 on the year. And they'll look to...
Ladies and gentlemen, are you ready? Are you ready? Get ready, dog. This be the green light, go. Tires burn the pavement. People want to know when Mace, Posse, and Dave went. Still here, still in your ear with a style so hot, you'll see where all the sun rays went. Legs, arms, and head, all being moved in a frenzy. The blends be all the right cred, meaning credentials. Best of both worlds when we rockin' over pearls in the instrumental. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady. To the letter right. Turn it up. We giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? Gentlemen. When it was time to get it lit, we got it hot like fever. Sick with the talk, pass to your receiver. All about running the spot. And you know we got breath control, so no need to take a breather. Cardio kingpin. Subject